Hey there, it's Jason Ricewig, or a Rational Theist here. Got to get my things in order here, but want to do something fun today. Um, Feeling a little feisty from Clay and I's podcast this morning, and just wanted to ask some questions. And then I wanted to go through the titles of my podcasts and just kind of give my 2 cents on what's going on in the world. And because it might be weird, but weird, weird Wednesdays. You guys like that? Wacky Wednesdays? It's coming off the top of my head. I'm really bad at that. Anybody that's close to me knows I'm not the most creative when it comes to titles and branding. Wacky Wednesdays. Woo, wacky, Jason. Yeah. Let's go with that because that's definitely not me. But it is also one of my best friend's birthdays today. So we'll have a birthday, bud. Hope your day's going awesome. I love you. And as I think about this, I should probably not do birthday shout outs because I will definitely miss everybody's. And I cannot be scrolling and offend anybody through my Facebook. Hey, I'm so bad at that, at wishing people happy birthday. So Saul, you are the only one that gets the happy birthday shout out. Congratulations. And it's not going to happen anymore. But anyways, moving on. I have a video I want to share with you guys here in a bit, but I think I'm going to save that to last. I'm going to go through these things and I guess comment on it. Here we go. World reacts to Trump's guilty verdict. Pod save the world. Eek. I just talked about this, and my video actually has something to say about that. And I'm just going to say, clearly, it's not going to change anything with the majority of the voters. But I think there are a certain amount of them that may raise an eyebrow and be influenced over the next, 5 months? Yep, 5 months or so. But I'm not going to vote for either of these guys. So I'm going to be the lame duck non-voter, and I'm going to let God control the conversation. NBA storylines, more on the Trump verdict, Charles Barkley's free agency, and Colin Cowherd, resistance hero, the press box. Colin Cowherd, man, he really went at it this past week. Just kind of laid it out. Charles Barkley's free agency. I know this inside the NBA and within a lot of the podcasts that I listen to is a big topic of conversation, whether TNT is going to lose it and NBC is going to buy the rights and is inside the NBA going to go away. I think I haven't listened to any of these today because I've been busy, but my guess is what they're talking about is that Charles is calling his his parent company a bunch of clowns and trying to defend the jobs of everybody that works for TNT currently. But I do remember, I think 2 years ago, where he was going to go work for Liv potentially and was kind of using that to get a new contract with TNT. So love what you're doing, Charles. I'm sure you're going to land well. I do like inside the NBA, and I'm excited with the finals starting tomorrow night. But this grandstanding probably, I think, is a strategic business move and not so much you care about everybody else that is working there. But it is a sad thing. My hope is that Amazon and NBC will buy up a lot of the people that are currently working for TNT and everybody can get paid, because at the end of the day, people want to sell stuff on live sports and what the players make a bunch of money. Don't know if the owners need to make as much, but those are my 2 cents on that. We got the town is Netflix fumbling ads. I don't know. I am not in the ad tier of Netflix, but I do know that their stock has gone up a lot, and Netflix has done extremely well in terms of all the other streaming giants, and everybody's kind of playing for second now. And so as they continue to try to figure out that ad tier, I'm sure they will figure it out and not be fumbling it. We got the NBA Finals gambling preview with the Bill Simmons podcast. I don't gamble, so I can't comment. Although I would like the Dallas Mavericks to win. I think that it's hilarious. The Kyrie Irving thing, where going back to Boston and where he had saged the place and called everybody racist. It'd be just. I used to be a Boston fan because we didn't have any NBA team to root for back in Wichita. But the Lucas situation, you got a big old white guy that probably a little bit better in shape than I am, but that he's doing what he's doing and, holding his shorts and looking exhausted and gets injured every so often. He's a magician out there. So that's fun to watch. Not that I'm against black guys. It's funny to see him amidst everybody else, him and Jokic, kind of the white people represent and all the others that are clearly better because us white people, and this is kind of a joke that I'm even commenting on that Wacky Wednesday, because I suck at basketball. I wouldn't even know. So obviously there's a reason that we went over to Europe that I'm probably going to get myself in trouble here. Those guys in the NBA, they are fantastic. And a lot of the white guys shoot 3-pointers, and that's about it. Everybody else, culturally and societally, a lot of black guys play basketball, and it's the coolest sport to play. And if you can play it, you will play it. As we've seen with the whole debate, I think it was probably about a month ago with Austin Rivers, talking about how many of the NBA people could play football versus football to NBA. And I agree with Austin Rivers. The NBA could go and dominate. These guys are freak athletes. They mesmerize me. My boys know I love the NBA. I also like NFL, but to see these giants of men do what they do is acrobatic and quite impressive. So we got Robert Early Father Signature Event Swing Memorial Tournament Preview. In and out on golf. Not going to comment right now. Scottie Scheffler thing was quite a fiasco. But I think that is behind us now. Charges were dropped. We're all good. How long have we been going? We'll do 10 minutes on this little podcasting that I'm trying. Then we got a Brian Russillo. What NBA front offices and coaches think about Mavs Celtics finals plus Van Lathan on the Caitlin Clark coverage. Oh! Black girl pushed a white girl. Worst foul in the world. I don't know how many of you guys that are watching this actually go watch the WNBA. I am doing good if I watch once a week, so I am not an expert. All I know is those girls are badass. They are aggressive and physical, and so some of the stuff that I've seen over the years, obviously it was a foul. Is it that big of a deal? Don't think so. I think it's convenient, black on white crime. Let's make it a big old deal. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody relax. The rookie needs to get her comeuppance. That was called comeuppance. I don't know how to say that. That's weird. Smartless. They covered Trevor Noah. Well, that didn't work. It's just a subject. Trevor Noah, I like the guy. South African, world-renowned comedian, well-versed and well-read and very cultured. If you're looking for a comedian, follow Trevor Noah. I like him a lot. His permission to play in the politics conversation is so much higher than most people's, and probably because he's international, and most internationals, that's their whole deal is, just to be able to exist inside of a country, you've got to be somewhat well versed in what's going on in your country. Whereas Americans, we get away with not knowing much. We read headlines and storylines and then move on. Got Dominique Foxworth, NBA Finals preview. Yeah, we got me, Discord and Harmony from last week, the one about Jason. That's obviously, go listen to that if you want. Plain English, Derek Thompson. Microplastics are everywhere. How dangerous are they? Probably should listen to that. I heard that the average American, I'm sure he covers this. Let me click this. Dun, 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 dun. It's not in there, but I read something that the average human consumes like a credit card worth of plastic every month or something. I read that, so not great. Luckily, where I live in Olathe, we supposedly have the best water in Kansas. So, yes, plastics are bad, but wood straws suck. Ringer F1 show, Monaco Grand Prix recap. Greatest processional of all time. Monaco is beautiful, and I want to go there someday. Anybody want to join me or pay for me to go? Love to be there with you. All right, went far enough, past my 10 minutes. Here's what I really want to talk about. So with this Trump verdict, there are so many people gasbagging out there on one side or the other, and I just want to, I guess, rationally offer myself to ask the Christians out there, what good does it do to do that? Why are we out there defending this man doing what he has done? Obviously, he's not the first to do what he did. I've seen the memes, I've seen the explanations, and obviously, depending on how you want to look at it, it could be a witch hunt, it could be a political play. That's not what I'm here to argue. What I'm here to talk about is just, can we think through the logic of, okay, when we grandstand and we go and put our weight or our influence behind a guy like Trump, what that may say to everybody else that's watching us. I just want to have that one small plea that if you think through it, just be careful what you're posting on social media. And then we have this. A gal by the name of Natasha Owens. And she wrote a song called The Chosen One. She has a lot of these. She is part of the MAGA contingent. This is the extreme version of what I just talked about. But here you go. You guys have to listen to this. And there we go. I'm not saying he's something divine. He gets in trouble bigly time after time. See if I can do this. I don't know how to. We got a lot of Point of Grace vibes going on right now. Some old 90s hits. Did what he had to do, guys. Look at the millions of illegals coming across the border that are all terrorists. I think that is, I guess, Trump is the lion and Jesus is the lamb. All right. I can't do it anymore. You guys can go listen to it. Natasha Owens, The Chosen One. Go check it out. Yep, you were. What is this? I need to understand. I am truly just asking for those of you that are sharing this video and memes like it. I would love to have my comments filled with your explanations as to why you think it is helpful to post and try to defend the man with character that he has. I totally understand the whole argument of you believing that he's the best anti-pro choice and potentially best economic vote, and that's fine. I won't argue with you. I like the grandstanding for him and what I would probably call idolatry of a guy that's having affairs and being who he is. I just want to understand. So this is I guess a wacky request. I would love to have your explanation. Please comment and let me know. But for my review today, I wanted to do one of the newest movies that are out there. I went and saw it last week. It is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. This movie, so bear with me. It's a little bit of a stretch to try to bring in the Holy Spirit to it, but I think I can do it. It, first of all, is very obviously a post-apocalyptic thriller of a movie, and very dark and pretty brutal. But within it, there is a culture that has emerged and allowed for motorcycles and engines and oil to reign. And so obviously it's a metaphor of sorts to one man that created it. But within it, there's a gal, Furiosa, who this is obviously a prequel to the movie. So Charlize Theron plays it later, but I'm not going to do any spoilers. I just think it is a pretty beautiful example in the midst of a dark and fallen world. There's this little bit of hope that Furiosa represents, that she is a character above all of her circumstances. She has to leverage her intelligence and her strength to be able to, one, survive, and then once she gains favor, you see the journey as she, one, attaches herself to a mentor that will eventually teach her and provide a way out. And I think it mimics in a lot of ways the story of Esther and her caring for her people, where she and within the birthing chapel, I guess, I don't know the exact title of it, but it's a bunch of women are in there having babies, and she's assigned to that place. And then she escapes into the mechanics room where she develops her favor and ultimately finds her mentor in Gregorian Jack and teaches her how to drive, how to understand the Fury Road, and how ultimately the civilization runs. And so then you see that journey that she goes on with him, and that mentor-mentoree relationship kind of evolves into a friendship that has an ultimate hope that mirrors Jonathan and David. And I guess I go on with Jesus and Mary if you want to do the girl and guy or man and woman conversation. Paul and Timothy, similar. And it's a lot of fun. I think it's pretty epic. And the show closes, or the movie ends with the idea of, did you make it epic? And I think obviously the movie itself is pretty epic, but I think we could all take that with us and ask ourselves, okay, what does it look like to have an epic impact on this world through the love that we can offer, that we can be lights in a pretty dark world? So I just went through and highlighted about half the podcasts that I peruse, and there is a lot of conversation around non-consequential and dark things. But if we can rally as Christian folks to show the love of Jesus and understand what it is the Spirit's calling us to do, we can go and accomplish great things. I will put the review out there for you guys to watch or read. And if you're looking for a good time and don't mind a bunch of guns, and I guess somewhat graphic violence. It's probably not for kids. It is not for kids. But the sounds are majestic in their own right, and the visual effects are quite stunning. So go enjoy the week that you have left. You got 2 days left, and then we got the weekend. But thanks, guys. That's all I got for you today. Oh, I shut this thing off.